Wow! Hello! It's officially 7 o'clock. We'll get started at 7:15. But thank you for coming. Ooh woo. Ooh whoa. I will be trying my best to keep up with the chat as I do this, but no promises. Also, please invite your friends. I don't want to be sad boy. I'm going to play music. Ooh, she's a little slow. Oh no. Also, please let me know if I am lagging. I will try my best. It wants me to keep moving, and that's a little hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, I love Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. Yes, yes. Hi, Sandy. I wonder if I can. Add. Browser. Yes. Can I play this? Oh, no. Oh. I love my stands. I'm gonna find it, Alex. I wanna find it and I'm gonna send it to everyone. Darn. Will this work? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Am I allowed to play this? Ooh, you're right, I should. Will I get flagged for this? Oh my god. I'm pretty sure I will. Oh, I should probably stop. No, she's lagging. If at any point I am lagging, please let me know. I will do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. Wow. Hello, Henry. Oh yeah, you were. Okay, I draw Barry the Bee. Ooh, that's not a bee. No you don't. You don't matter. Oh yeah, he's thick. He's got a thick stinger. Ooh. I love Barry the Bee. Ooh ooh. I can't draw, especially on a computer. So this is the best I can do. Wow, I love P. Sam. Yeah, she is. Call her out. Call her out. I forgot that there was Zumba today. I'm kind of sad. I'm sad, boy. Oh my god. Thank you. I did my best. I love got 8. Ooh. I used to go to Zumba. I just got kind of lazy. Hello? Is it working? Hello? Hello? Scream once if it's working. There's a delay. Hold on. Okay, cool. Oh my god, I'm back. Oh my god. I love. Is this really close? Does this give you the tingles? I think this is where the mic is. Later, I can make a hot pocket and you can all hear me eat it. Oh my god, okay. 2 more minutes and I'll get started. I've literally been stalling. It's okay. Oh, about the pescatarian thing. That's gonna happen next year. I'll make myself a little smaller. Okay. What? I have not been saying this in high school. What? Okay, yeah, I don't follow through. But I've never said that until recently. That's just rude. Oh my god, I just got a text saying that my clothes are on its way. I'm so pumped. I'm freaking pumped. Ow, ow, ow! Okay, I'm gonna get started. So, first of all, thank you for coming to my workshop. Um, there's probably about like 10 of you. I don't know. Let me refresh this. Thank you for coming. Just as a general outline, I'll be teaching you about art and design basics, as well as doing demonstration on how I actually make graphics. So first, I want to start off by prefacing this workshop by saying that the way that I do graphics is definitely not the easiest way. I do things that are very, very inconvenient, and I have never put in the effort to try to make it easier. But definitely there are easier ways to do certain things that I do, but the way I do it works for me. And when you start learning how, if you haven't already, it'll work for you. So don't be discouraged by that. Also, please do not forget to sign in to the workshop at tinyurl.com/capital G, lowercase n, capital M, capital W, capital S, I, G, N, I, N. Thank you. Yeah, so I had notes for this, and I didn't print them out, and I kind of forgot what I wanted to say. But I'm going to get started with doing a little lesson on color theory. Wow, so exciting. So you might remember that in like elementary school, you learned about colors, right? 6 colors on the rainbow. We're going to talk about the primary colors. Primary. These colors are red, blue, and yellow. And basically, they are the basis for all colors. I'm hoping that everyone knows that when you mix these 2 colors, red and yellow, you'll get orange. When you mix yellow and blue, you'll get green. And when you mix blue and red, you'll get purple. Wow, I know, so exciting. These are called your secondary colors. In between those colors are called the tertiary colors. There's going to be your special cute colors right there. So this one is, I hope you know, red orange, yellow green, blue violet, and red violet. So you're probably thinking like, wow, why are you teaching me this? I learned how to do this in like kindergarten. The reason I'm telling this is because color theory is so important when you're doing graphics, especially in my style. If you notice, a lot of my graphics are very colorful. Just for like an example, I'll pull up a recent one that I, not really recent, but one that I did is the Arbor Day project with the Kiwanis Club of Riverside. You notice that the primary color that sticks out is obviously green. But with that, I also included things like the backdrop for Arbor Day project, and that color is a darkish teal, I believe. Let's find out. The main point is that, oh shoot. The main point, okay, it's a dark like blue-green, more towards the blue than the green, but it still has a hint of green in it. The point is that with all the variation in the colors, it makes the graphic look more interesting. If you were to just use green behind, like let's say for the Arbor Day project, it would end up looking kind of boring. And I can demonstrate this actually. Ooh, oh god, what am I doing? Oh god. Oh god. Yes, so I will demonstrate this. I will grab a dark shade of green, leave it there. Right, so that looks kind of uninteresting. There's too many of the same colors, and so when you have too many of the same colors, things also get washed out. Yeah. So going back, on top of that, you probably noticed, wow, these colors are so bright. They're not very fun to look at because they kind of hurt my eyes. They hurt my eyes at least. One thing that I like to do is I focus more primarily on pastel-y colors. I definitely had an issue before where I made the colors a little too light, and I used white text. And obviously, when you have a really light color with white text, it doesn't really work out. So one thing that I do keep in mind now is that if I do pastel color, let's say like this background color, I make sure that it's more towards the spectrum of being kind of not too close to here, but not too close to the center. I pretty much draw the line at the center because I think anything here is too neon. Anything down here is free for choosing. Still, in general, this entire side is too neon for my tastes. I definitely prefer colors that are more muted. Makes it a little more interesting. Part of color theory. So I'm gonna put on a little mask to make it look cuter. Yeah, rainbows are cool. Thank you. Am I lagging? I'm like watching myself to make sure that I'm not lagging. Oh yeah, so with this live streaming thing, it won't show if I'm like opening separate windows, i.e. the color picker. So I might just look like I'm like staring at things. The last thing I talked about probably just didn't make any sense. But yeah, basically, when you open the color picker on Photoshop, there's going to be like a box with a range of colors. Generally, away from the spectrum of white and black, on the opposite side, it's going to be very neon. I don't use that side at all, ever. If I do, it's for things like neon lights. For example, I used very bright yellow for April Law. Yeah, so for April Law, I used a very bright color of yellow, just that the neon-esque feel was more vibrant and more, what's the word? More pertinent, more there. Yeah. Are there any questions? I'm slow down. Add Jasmine. Tran. If you want to chat, you have to make a YouTube account. But thank you, I see you. Okay, so moving on. I'm gonna just hide these real quick. Cool. So next, we're gonna look at my really shitty color wheel. Oh shoot, my really poorly made color wheel. I made this just so that puts in perspective of like this previous weird looking color wheel that I made. I'm gonna hide it all, but basically, the reason why I made this is so that kind of puts in perspective the different ranges of color. I'm also going to talk about something so important. But before I get to that, we're talking about what colors are warm, what colors are cool. You're probably thinking, wow, this is so obvious. Why are you teaching me this? I'm going to do it anyways. So cool colors include things like purple through green. So anything on that spectrum. And then warm colors include the opposite. So anything from pinkish to red, violet, whatever, to yellow. For some reason, when I grabbed it, this yellow-green kind of got neglected by both. But generally, I would consider that more of a warm color just because it's more on the spectrum of yellow than it is blue. Okay, so now the next thing I want to talk about is how to pair colors. Because sometimes that's a little hard to figure out, right? Sometimes it's like, okay, if I do red, I'll just do orange because they're next to each other. It'll look good. That's not always the case. One thing that I definitely like to do, particularly when I'm focusing on emphasis, I'll do, I think they're called analogous colors. I might get this wrong, so don't quote me. But analogous colors are colors that are opposite from each other, right? So we have green and red. Those are opposite. That's not the right one. Blue and orange. Yeah. Purple, violet, whatever, and yellow. Oops. Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up is because when you have we're using different colors, you really want to make sure that depending on what you're doing, you want to make sure that it looks good, obviously. Trying to find an example. One way you can use opposite or analogous colors is making something stand out more. Oh, here's one. So for example, I have a graphic called ooh, it's lagging. Jackie just corrected me. They're complementary colors. I did art once. Okay, so as I was saying, sometimes you might want to utilize complementary colors because they can add contrast to your piece, I guess, or graphic. In this case, I used a very pastel blue, more leaning towards the blue-violet side, and I used a yellow to make that stand out a little more. Generally, I prefer using white text, just a side note, but generally I prefer using white text because it just makes it stand out more. People don't generally look at text that is black. Yeah. So in this case, if I had just done the white text, it would have looked too washed out. You wouldn't have been able to rate it because yellow and white are very similar in terms of how much light is being put in the color, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're like 6% of your flyers. The reason why I chose blue is because not only does green, orange look kind of weird with this one when I tested it, blue makes it stand out even more, making more of an emphasis on want to be a member? Question mark. That's the first thing that your eyes will be drawn to, and also makes it so you can actually read it. Okay. So with that, Analogous colors, this time for real, are colors that are next to each other. So let's say I'm trying to use red, right? So I'm using red, then colors that could look good with it if I'm trying to utilize analogous colors are red-violet and red-orange. Wow. No. Let me find an example of this. It'll take me a while. Okay, here's one. I'm gonna let it load because I think I'm lagging. Okay, I think I'm good. So, this graphic definitely utilizes a lot of complementary colors. I prefer using complementary colors, particularly during the spring and fall, just from the times I've done graphics. Generally, it's just a lot easier. Fall, you end up using a lot of reds, oranges, yellows. Spring, you end up using a lot of greens, and blues. During the winter, I usually just do whatever I want. Usually do more like blues, sometimes purples, but I'm not a big fan of that. But yeah, so the purpose of using analogous colors is to basically make it look very unison, but in a way that isn't too like similar. Like it's unison, but it's not. That makes sense. Basically, I'm really emphasizing the green in this graphic, right? Even from the background, which looks blue, but you probably can't see this. On the color picker, it's very close to the green spectrum. Yeah, so there's a lot of green. Tangent with that, we have yellow, which is also next to green. Wow. Yellow, when you're using a lot of greens and blues, yellow is a good way to bring out contrast. In this case, I used it just to make it very apparent that it's spring, right? We have flowers over here. This like fake sun brings in more attention towards the text rather than the flowers, right? And so does the yellow text, which are things that aren't necessarily the most necessary to see. Usually when I do things like that, like CKI, UCR, I put that at the top in a color that doesn't necessarily have to stand out as much. Sometimes I do make it stand out, sometimes I don't, depends on the graphic. In this case, I needed to make sure that people saw First General Meeting Physics 2000 from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So what I did, instead of putting it against the blue, which is complementary color, yes, came to my head. I put it against the green so that it's A, visible, and B, stands out. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I'm going to shut up about colors. Next thing I'm going to talk about is design theory. Wow. I love design. So, oh, wait, hold on. I'll let it catch up. Okay, so, as you can see, this is a line. You can tell, everything in art, graphics, whatever, is based off of a line, right? So if we look back at this, there are lines everywhere. There are lines saying disclaimer. There are lines surrounding the yellow text. Everything is a line. Everything is comprised of a line. It is the basic foundation for everything. It is the it is the cell. It's the basic unit of life. Yes. With that, when you have a line, you can make shapes like a circle. Wow. Going back to the color wheel, you'll see how each color is very distinct, has its own shape. Shapes are made of lines. Wow, oh my god. I'm excited. I love art. So we're going to talk about couple of design aspects. One thing that you'll notice a lot of people do is that they will do things dead in the center. Everything is in a straight line. I can probably find one where I used to do it like that. Give me a second. Yeah, so very, very, very old flyer that I made way back when, when I was first starting out. In fact, this is my very first flyer. It was very, like, everything was centered. There it is. Yeah, so everything's very centered. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. You might want to use this for your design. In this case, it wasn't the worst thing I could have done. And I obviously didn't do everything centered. I did have certain things like the sponsored by Giorgio's Family Restaurant over on the side, as well as doors open at 5:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m., no, 6 o'clock p.m. to 9 p.m., and Key Club International logo on the side. A bunch of other information that are cornered. In this case, having everything in the center is very useful so that you centralize all your information. This was a ticket design that ended up being used as also a general flyer. I think if I were to redo this now, I definitely wouldn't make it all centered. You can do different ways of emphasizing information. Like for this flyer, most flyers I actually make, I have it so that the text is script. And there's a lot of benefits to that because when you do script, the first thing that your eyes get drawn, or first thing that the audience's eye gets drawn to, is this really fancy font. No one wants to look at text like Beppis New, which is very, like boring. I mean, it's useful to use, especially when you're trying to give out important information. In this case, I used it for the address, pre-sale prices, at-door prices, the name of the organization. Those are very important information, but it's not something that people immediately want to look at. They want to see, oh, what is this, right? So in this case, I use script font for Bienvenue au Cirque. Welcome to the circus. Draws your eye. Yeah, so going back. There are a lot of benefits to doing things that are centered or very equalized. That brings us into the idea of harmony. So when you have, let me make it a little thicker. When you have something like this, let's do something like this, right? Let's say this is our flyer. We have information over here and information over here, picture or something. Probably thinking, wow, actually let's try this out. Wow, I love text. What? Okay, cool. So let's say we have something like this, right? There is a lot of negative space, and that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Actually, I do more of this. Yeah, so there are certain ways that you can utilize negative space. One way you can utilize it is to put more emphasis on certain parts of your graphic. Oh my god, I need a burp. I'm so sorry. Let me find an example of one that I did that has a lot of negative space. Ooh, this one. This one does use a lot of negative space, but you still have your focus on certain things. For example, my lovely friend Bia is the main attraction of this graphic. But you notice that there's a lot of space, right? Actually, maybe that's not this one. Actually, it still works. Basically, utilizing that negative space allows it for more emphasis or more of an attention drawer for where the picture is. Especially if you have minimal text, it's definitely something that you can utilize. Another example that I can bring up is one that I don't have anymore. Actually, I can do. Oh, I don't have that one anymore. Oh, yikes. Ooh. Ooh, actually. That's awkward. Okay, well, the one I was going to show, I don't have anymore. But this one works just as well. I'm like still trying to look for it. Okay, whatever. So this one still works as well. Negative space is a curse and a blessing. There's a lot of people that have too much negative space that it just kind of looks empty. In some cases, I can actually bring one up. For my assignment, for something. Oh wait, something. Oh wait, no, that's not a good one. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So for one of my assignments that I've done in the past, before I had finished this one, it had looked a lot like this. Yes, I didn't like that because there was a lot of negative space that didn't really make sense. In addition to that, there wasn't anything that was drawing your attention towards the main attraction, which is the old e-board. So what I did was I grabbed an old file and I just kind of put in some flowers, and all of a sudden that just brings your eyes to look more towards the central idea of the graphic, right? So we have, or I think before I had the flowers, right? It just looked like a picture. Like, what is CKI International at UCR? Oh, it's a picture. Oh, it's his leadership. Okay. Didn't really notice that. But now that we have some more, that makes it so that you can see or really emphasize the central point. You're either really drawn to the fact that, wow, it says leadership there. Wow, those people must be important. Yeah, so hopefully it makes sense. I'm trying my best to make sure everything makes sense. I'm not the best at explaining things. Okay, so with that, I need to hurry this up. But another thing that is very important to bring up is repetition. Sometimes repetition, actually a lot of times actually, repetition can be very good. If you're not a fan of negative space like I am, you can utilize repetition by basically just filling in everything. One thing that I did in the past, or actually still do very, very, very frequently, is that I use lines. Lines are a very good way to draw your eyes certain directions. So in this case, for this graphic, the lines are obviously visually going up and down. What that does is it helps assist your eyes to look at the information that is on the left or on the right. And so the lines are telling you to read downwards, right? You're not just looking at like membership first or M&T and PTP first. You're gonna look dividend goals update, service hours, blah blah blah, PTP, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, right? Everything makes sense. Everything's connected. Oh my god. Yeah. I think that's it for what I wanted to explain for design theory. Should have taken notes beforehand, but it's okay. Ooh. When you're doing graphics, you might get really excited and think, oh my god, I'm having so much fun. Don't have too much fun. I mean, have fun, but be careful that you having fun doesn't compromise your design. In this case, this design had a little too much going on for it. There's a lot of motion happening, especially with the lines surrounding like Clue, and then the backdrops of Clue. There's just a lot going on. I definitely could have sufficed without having done all of this, but it's okay. Okay, so before I do my demo, I do want to talk about fonts. So my favorite websites to get fonts, actually not really a website, but some websites that I've used in the past to get fonts are these. Or these ones. So give me a second to explain what is useful for these. So what the font is very useful for if you're looking at a graphic and you're thinking, wow, I really like that font, but you don't really want to like contact anyone, or you don't know who to contact for the information to get that font. What this website does is that you can upload a graphic to the website, and it will do its best to recognize letters and find the font for you. If you're thinking, wow, I really like the fonts that Andy uses, yeah, tough luck, because I can't even find them half the time. Sometimes I'll be like looking, especially like recently, because I switched laptops. The downside to that was I didn't grab every single font that I had used before, and so I tried referencing my old graphics, and I put it into whatthefont.com. Sometimes it just would not work. It's based off like a computer thing. I don't know, CS, whatever. It tries its best to recognize like letters, but sometimes, especially in the case where the background and the text are too similar, it's not gonna grab it. Find it. Similarly, it's kind of like when you're using like this thing, the wand. If colors are too similar, it's not gonna get it. Same thing with whatthefont.com, right? If it's too similar, it's not gonna find it. If the graphic's too complicated, it's not gonna find it. Moving on from that, useful websites to use for font finding are thefont.com, and I think it's called myfont.com. I honestly never remember, but what I do when I want to go to this website is I look up selfie font, which we can use right now. I'll look up selfie font, and I believe it is like the first Google search that comes up. But yes, look up this, and yeah, just need some water. Okay, sorry. Are there any questions so far? It's like, does everything make sense to everyone that's watching? Okay. Yeah, well, I'll just move on. If there are no questions, there's a delay. Oh, we Gucci gang. Okay. So just to recap really quickly before I do my demo, color theory is important. Complementary colors are amazing. Analogous colors are even better sometimes. I love design theory. And before I move on, I do want to explain again that the way that I do graphics is definitely not the most convenient. In fact, it's probably the most inconvenient way to do them. So be gentle with me. Also be very patient, because there are definitely shortcuts that you can do to make life easier, and I don't know them. I don't really care enough to find out what they are. But yes. Also, I do want to explain, if you've been looking at some of the PSD files, Photoshop files I've been opening, you'll notice that I have a lot of layers. I am god-awful with layer management. In fact, it is horrible, to the point where I've had people be like, holy cow, you should probably clean that up. But to me, it makes sense. So I do want to emphasize again that the way I do graphics is not the best, but it works for me. When you're learning how to do graphics, or if you already know how to do graphics, you'll realize that you'll find certain ways to do things your way, and you'll be fixated on that because it makes sense to you. You don't really want to break out of that because it works, and if something goes wrong, then you have nothing to blame except for yourself. So doing things that you're very used to, very easy. Before I move on, for anyone that is joining just now, please don't forget to sign in at tinyurl.com/capital G, lowercase n, capital M, capital W, capital S, lowercase I, lowercase g, lowercase n, uppercase I, lowercase n. Yes, I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. Okay. We'll do this again. Well, I'll start my demo at 7:50. But yes, I hope that everyone is finding this informative and useful, and we're about to have some fun. A lot of fun. I found out that I could add like a browser to this. I guess like last night, or no, earlier. I found out I could put it in a browser earlier, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I was listening to K-pop on it, but I can't like click anything on it, so I don't really know how to use it. Kind of hope I never have to do this kind of thing again, because I am very dumb for this. Okay, I'm gonna close these. The workshop is until 9 at Sam. You're welcome. Okay, so at 7:50, I'm gonna get started with my demo. So you might be thinking, wow, I can't wait to see what he has to make. I'm actually like very caught up in my work. The one thing I had to do was like a meeting graphic and some other stuff, but I don't really want to work on that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a graphic for a fake, emphasis on fake, workshop for twice. I love workshops. I love dancing. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick graphic for a fake workshop for my faves. If you remember, I did a workshop last quarter for Red Velvet. Now I'm gonna do one for my ultimate faves, and there's no one that's gonna stop me. Okay, so am I lagging? I think I'm lagging. Are we Gucci gang? Oh my god. Am I lagging? Hello? Are we Gucci gang? No? Okay, cool. Okay, so let me get started on this. I'm gonna just leave these here. I might do another one if I have time. For my other faves. Different. So I'm gonna get started on this. I'm going to be talking. I'm gonna utilize the colors from their actual album, just because I love consistency. Consistency is key. I freaking love consistency. Oh my god. Look at that. Okay, so do that. I'm gonna do another one. One thing I like to do if I'm trying to divide things into thirds is I will do it like this, where I copy it, and then I will size it to fit properly. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's a lot of trial and error, but it's like whatever, right? No one's gonna care. It's gonna look good in the end anyway, so. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. So I'll have it in the center, and I'm gonna zoom in so I make sure that this is all even, because I'm a real stickler for that. Okay. That. Go over here. Same thing. That. Wow. Are we lagging? Oh, I'm sad boy. Oh god. I'm determined to make this work. Is this working out? Okay, we're Gucci gang. Okay, so I'll keep going. One thing that I like to do is specifically the Google graphics. I'm gonna put a filter on it just because I don't really like showing it. Because it's a little obvious. So, oh god, I'm uncomfy. Oh. Oh. I burped again, I'm sorry. I'm gonna blur them out. Hope this works. Are we Gucci gang? I think we are Gucci gang. Yes. Yes, we are Gucci gang. Okay, so one thing I do like about the color scheme that they already have going on is the fact that, wow, guess what? They are complementary colors. They complement each other so well, and they're not even neon. I love pastel. This isn't right now. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So they already complement each other very well. I don't even have to think because they already have the color scheme for me. One other thing that I'm going to do is cover up the borders. This might end up looking very similar to the Bad Boy Workshop one, though I hope it doesn't. Welcome back, Jameson. What's this? No, I just made that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, don't want it to be too similar, so I'm gonna, what I should have done actually, before I crystallized it, is duplicate the layer. What I'm gonna do, be a little, that's what I wanted. It's gonna be a little painful to watch, be really slow, but it'll be worth it. Pixel, crystallize, yes. Okay, going back to this, so what I wanna do is, what I do when I want to focus on certain parts of an image. So to get myself better is what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically extract each of them from the background. It's going to take a long freaking time, but it'll be worth it, I hope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a much easier way of doing this. In fact, I wouldn't even doubt it if there was. But wow, look, we have her. So what we do is copy, paste. Wow, I love graphics. I'll put that layer on top. But I'm gonna do this for each of them. Not gonna be too exciting to watch. I'm so sorry. But it's gotta happen, am I right? So in this case, they're connected, so it is just a huge time saver if what I do is I just grab them both. Because I'm not gonna need to separate them individual, or I do need to separate them, but not for the purpose that I want. Da-da-da. Okay. Ooh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay. One thing that is faulty about doing this is that, like the wand, if colors are too similar, it'll grab what it thinks is the same color as it did on her arm. Oh god, on her arm. I will go back and fix this. Usually, what I'll do is I'll probably just do. I usually just do. Oh god, it's not going right. I usually just do the top or the bottom of the image first, where I select everything on the bottom, and then I delete the entire bottom so I can start fresh with the top. Oh, oh. Okay, wait, I'm gonna let this chill out for a bit, and I will let it come back. Is it frozen? Can you hear me still? Shoot. How do I fix that? Give me 1 second. Oh man. I'm sad boy. Is it not working? Is it really not working? Oh. It's not working. um. I am trying to fix this, but hopefully I can figure it out. I love technology. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is it working? Hello? I'm still frozen. Oh wait, am I moving? What? What? Am I back? Oh my god. Hmm. How do I fix this? Why am I having this problem? Sad boy. What I'll do, what if I save or anything? Demo. Save. Close Photoshop. Then I come back to Photoshop. Does that do anything? Does that help? Is she fixed? Is she alive? Anything? What the heck? Well, I love my fans that are still here. Thank you for sticking around. I am trying my best to figure this out. Oh my god. Yeah, so the live stream is still going on. It is running. If I'm not, I think it's still on my Spotify. The reason for that is because it did freeze, and it's catching up. It's super behind, so I'm gonna let it do its thing. It's gonna be a little weird for a bit. I will know when it catches up when I do this. Mm. Yeah, it's just super delayed. I am so sorry. It is not caught up, but I'm just gonna keep going. I hope that it doesn't hate me anymore. In the case that it decides that it still hates me, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So let me continue doing my thing. I'm actually not gonna make this too perfect because it's not gonna be super important that I do it. At this point, it could just be lagging because there is a lot going on. But yes, thank you for bearing with me. Also, thank you for being here. It is a Wednesday night, and some of you might have midterms, and it does mean a lot that you're all here. Even the friends from home that I desperately asked to come because I don't want to be lonely. But yes, thank you for coming. Wanting me to tell any stories, go for it. Ask away. Let's do a Q&A. Yeah, so I have been doing pretty well. I luckily had nothing going on this week. Last week I had 2 midterms, and an essay due, and I was very stressed. Very, very stressed. But I am glad that it's all over. And I get to do that again during week 7. Is it frozen again? Oh my god, I think it freezes every time I do this. Shoot. Back to Spotify. Or not, because I don't often go there. Okay, I'm gonna get through this and go back to the... Honestly, I can't tell in the video. I'm like just super concentrated. Or like if it's frozen. I prefer mac and bees. I love Berry the Bee. Speaking of Berry the Bee, my boy Larry, Larry Opa got me a real Kuma doll that looks like Berry the Bee, and I wanted to cry because I love Berry the Bee. It was amazing. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh no. Okay, cool. I'm done with this part. I hope it stops freezing. What do I want for Christmas? Oh man, I want 我要男朋友. I'm not ignoring you. It's just delayed. I swear. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna duplicate this layer that I have merged with all of them on it. It's very rough merge, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna duplicate that, and I'm going to switch my wand over to the quick selection tool. I'm gonna grab all of them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a color. I'm gonna go with red, deep red. One thing I like to do is make the brush size like huge, just so that my life is easier. Like that. Okay. I love graphics. Move it. Wow, that looks so good. Now we're gonna do a little bit of something extra. So I'm gonna grab all that again. I'm gonna do purple behind. Yeah, I'm gonna do light purple behind the red. I'm just gonna fill that in. Instead of having it all go in one direction like this, one thing that is helpful is balancing. That is something I forgot to mention during my design theory part, but balancing is very important so that not everything is the same. I also did mess up cropping. So what I'm gonna do is cover it up, because that is always the solution to things. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this so I have a copy of. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna duplicate this so I have a copy of it, and then I want to go to filter, pixelate, crystallize. Same thing I did with the background, and I grabbed the wrong one. Pixelate, crystallize, and I still grabbed the wrong one. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And wow, now you can't tell it's them. That's the best part. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write what is. Actually, what I'm gonna have a single text layer for the word what. I like doing this so that if I want to rearrange stuff, it is easier than having to rely on one text file that says what is love, right? What is love? Text size is something that you should focus on. One thing that I like to do, that I learned a couple years ago, is that having same text sizes makes everything like so much better. And I don't mean like every single text that you have is the same size. I just mean that like in something like this where what and love should be the same size. Okay, I'm just playing around with this. That a little bigger. Cool, so now I have the basis for my text, right? What is love? What I might do is I can consider putting it here, but that's a little hard to read, right? So what I could do, actually no, I'm just leaving it there. I like that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this in the center. You might notice, wow, it is so hard to read. That's the best part of doing background colors. So I'm gonna grab blue. And why am I grabbing blue instead of red or purple? Because consistency all throughout, so important. Okay, put those back. I can't even tell if the stream's still going. I think I'm frozen again. Oops. Okay, so what I'm gonna do instead of grabbing all of them, is I'm gonna grab what first. I'm gonna move it. We'll grab is, then love. I'm gonna let it catch up because it's freezing. Waiting for it to catch up. To save. Save. Saving is very important. Sometimes I forget to, and it gets corrupted, and I become sad boy. I think she's almost back. I think I am back. Me too. I love hi hello. Excuse me. I'm burping a lot. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, I'm not gonna stall anymore. I'm gonna assume it's working. So, moving on. Photoshop. Find the thing. There it is. Okay, so moving back. Off screen, I did move the layer, select a layer to the layer with the background. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a question mark. Do white for this one. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna do red, but like a light red. Kind of like a pink. Then I'm going to tilt it. Oops. Make it really, really big. Yes. It's probably going to lag again. So I'm not really liking how that is very thin. So what I'm gonna change the font to a different font. So I'm gonna use very new regular. Then I need to fix the tilt again. Hope everything is working. I hope that looks right. Kind of doesn't, but it's a question mark. I'll make it look right. Cool, so now that we have basic layout of what we want, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new layer, and I wanna grab this yellow, and I'm gonna cover the entire thing in yellow. Probably thinking, wow, what was the point of that? I'm gonna go to multiply. And all of a sudden, wow, everything looks so different. I just instead. Oh, just kidding. Actually, what if I did it here? Just kidding. That was not a good idea. Oh yeah, so sometimes you want to just play around. Some things work, some things don't. That's the fun part. So wow, this looks really yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go make it about 45% opacity. So maybe 25. And bring it under the what, so the color of the text isn't affected. The question mark is looking kind of washed out. So what I'm gonna do, or kind of covered by everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate it and emphasize it by doing 2 different colors. Wow. Purple behind, and I'll have it go this way. For consistency with the text. Zoom out. So it's starting to look pretty good. So we basically have what we want for the graphic. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put important information. Like, wow, what is the point of this? I'm gonna put workshop. Oh, that's really big. Let's change the text size to 80. Workshop. Let's do Helvetica. Then twice dance. White text. So I'll put this here. So one use, actually I'm gonna forget that before I do anything else. Meanwhile, I'm gonna open the masthead. That stuff is like my religion. I love the masthead. I usually use this one, light blue one, just because it looks nice. Sorry, if I'm ever like checking away from the laptop, it's because I'm trying to make sure that this thing is still working. But yeah, it did freeze, so I'm gonna chill on the masthead for a little bit. How many of you are still here? That's a good freaking question. 12 of you, wow. That's more than I expected. I'm so happy. I'm happy boy. Ooh, she's good. She's green. Are we caught up? Are we lagging? How are we doing? I'm gonna wait for it to fully catch up. Meantime, I am going to switch back to Spotify so that it's less to focus on, or less to load, basically. Sorry, if I'm ever like checking away from the laptop, because I'm trying to make sure that this thing is still working. But yeah, it did freeze, so I'm gonna chill on the masthead for a little bit. Just out of curiosity, if the video freezes, does the audio still work? Good question. Wow, that's more than I expected. I'm so happy. I'm happy boy. Okay, cool. So, I believe it is mostly caught up. Are we caught up? Are we lagging? How are we doing? I love my viewers. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sticking through this. I was very worried no one would come. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the demo. So I'm gonna copy the masthead, go back here. Usually it's gonna be too oversized. In fact, it's always gonna be oversized. So I have to resize it. I have seen like some graphics where people put like the masthead in like the middle of the graphic for some reason. Like it'll be like here, and like I just generally do not understand why. I think it looks a lot better if it's at the bottom. And in fact, I think that is graphic standards. So if you are making a graphic, please adhere to graphic standards. Importante. Okay. So, okay, cool. Got the most important thing out of the way, which is the masthead. Starting to look like an actual graphic. One thing I don't quite like about this is the fact that the Twice Dance Workshop is just straight in the center at the bottom. That isn't very interesting. In fact, looks kind of ugly. So what I'm gonna do is resize this. And I'm actually gonna do something real cool. So I'm gonna go to. Hold up. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the text tool again, and up here next to the white box is a little text thing. It's going to say warp text and style. I'm going to select none. And for bend, I'm going to have it bend to about, looks like 82. I know you can't see the window, but hopefully it makes sense. I'm going to resize this one more time and rotate it. Wow, cool. Now that really brings out the question mark. Makes it look like an actual graphic. Wow. Wow. I stand. Okay, another thing I have to do is add CKI at UCR. So I'm going to change the font. Where do I want to put it? Put it here. I'll put it. Actually, what I'll do is I will make it so there are two different lines. I don't know why it does that. Make two different separate lines. Have this go here instead. So it isn't necessarily obliterated from the design. Actually, ooh, wait, that's smart. Do that, and then resize this. So that it's here. Cool. Cool beans. I want to center it too. Oops. That's not what I wanted. That. Cool. Cool beans. Bring that up. Save. Always save. How we doing with the live stream? She's a little laggy, but assuming the sound still works. Last thing I would need to do is add event information. So let's just say that this is right now. So I usually do system of 0502. That means what that means is May 2nd. Wow. It's a little weird for a system like this, but it's very aesthetically pleasing. Should we do it like this? Wow. Put that on the side. Actually, put that right there. Just kidding, right? Yeah, right there. 0502. Wow, what time? 7? Oops, oh god. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And I need to change the font again. 80. 80. And text. And I'm going to put that. Oh. Where'd it go? Oh. Bring that over here. And I'm going to fix the sizing. I'm going to try to keep it all within the yellow, just so that it doesn't look weird for the eye. Let's see if the live stream got all of that. Wow! Oh my god, I love Fion. Fion's my favorite predecessor. He. So whenever this catches up, I will do what I need to do. And hopefully that is soon. Wow. It's a little weird for a system like this, but it's very aesthetically pleasing. Wow. Put that on the side. Okay, well, while it's loading, I'm just gonna make my Hot Pocket. Oh god, where is the live stream right now? So it is still frozen. I believe it's still frozen. But yes, it is still frozen. Okay, it is officially not frozen. Your boy's done with this. This is gonna be the entire graphic. Just because I am running out of time. Also because my laptop apparently can't handle it. So I'm gonna save this. I usually save it as PSD, and I Control Shift S to save as PNG in my CKI folder, and that is it for my demo. So let's bring it up. Hopefully I can open this in the video of the stream. Yes, I'm excited for mukbang. Does that work? No, not at all. Not even a little bit. That's just rude. Open with. Let's open this on Paint. Wow. Graphic design. My passion. Capture. Paint. Yes. Beautiful. BRB. Ooh, yeah, it is. It's gonna be a Hot Pocket mukbang. I'm so excited. I love Hot Pockets. I'm gonna close Photoshop so that it doesn't lag anymore. Okay, yeah, but cool. Thank you all for coming to my workshop. This is what our final product looks like. A lot of detail. I hope that I know that the video didn't really work too well. I do apologize for that, but I hope that we'll had fun. I will definitely try my best in the future to make sure that I can more nicely handle the video. I think it's just because I did it on my laptop, which is to live stream. But yeah. Thank you all for coming. Don't forget to sign in on the sign-in sheet, which is tinyurl.com/GNMWS sign-in. Otherwise, I will not be counting you for the surf, and I don't want to do that, so yes. Thank you so much. Now, if you want to stick around, I'm going to be eating, so it's going to be a good time. Let me turn this one off. Don't capture. Close that. Now, it's just me. If you wanna stay around for a few minutes. It's gonna be a good time. You ready? She's a little too hot. I love Be Live. I just nutted. Oh god. I'm gonna like listen to this later, and if this sounds like really good, I'm gonna do it again. Who's still watching? Oh my god, everyone's still watching. This is amazing. Yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed my very informative, I hope it's very informative, graphics workshop. I know that I spent the first hour just talking a lot, and there were no issues, and the second half was just a lot of issues, but I hope that you learned something. I will be posting some infographics, info videos onto my community page throughout the term, so that if you ever want to learn, aside from this workshop, because I know that was very faulty, this will be very good opportunities for you learning. And yeah. No, I wish I was sponsored. What the hell? Wait, what the heck?